Normally when I refer to a movie as family friendly, there's usually a caveat, except for a couple scenes, or there's some mild language, or if you ignore the agenda. That's not the case with today's review of a truly family-friendly animation from Illumination. But is it any good? I'll share my thoughts in this review of Migration. But first, if you wouldn't mind helping me with the YouTube algorithm by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, and turning on the notification bell, I'd really appreciate it. Mac and Pam are protective parents to their ducklings Dax and Gwen. They live a seemingly perfect life on a peaceful lake. They love each other and they love their home. But when the other birds migrate south each winter, Mac prefers to remain in their safe space, despite the curiosity of the rest of their family. However, Mac fears that he may be destined to follow in the footsteps of his odd, lonely Uncle Dan, so this year he decides they will finally migrate south. But his inexperience leads the duck family on an unexpected adventure they'll never forget. From the very beginning of Migration, I loved it. It simply portrays in a cute and funny fashion a happy family. Dad is a provider and protector, Mom is loving and adventurous, and the kids are kind and anxious to discover what they will become. The cute beginning shifts to a full adventure once Mac surprises his family with a decision to embark on their first migration.
Come on, we gotta get ready!
Mac, ready for what?
Nothing, just, for our big, super fun family migration!
What?
When they begin their adventure, it's magical as they leave their home and discover the beauty of the world. Of course, this beauty is soon disrupted. They meet colorful characters and visit new places, some fraught with danger. The animation excellently places us in these treacherous conditions with point-of-view perspectives that make us feel like we're all in the action. It reminded me of some of the great first-hand perspectives Pixar used in the first Incredibles film that was so groundbreaking. It lets us discover these new encounters right along with the characters. Along with the action, Migration taps into some really original humor, from unfamiliar, uncomfortable situations, or simply leaning on the inherently comical nature of ducks. Whether it's a life-saving salsa dance, duck yoga, or a harrowing operation, Migration is imaginative and unconventional. Each time I thought the story was going to resort to a cliche moment or gag, or needle drop an overused pop song, it went in a completely fresh direction. And speaking of music, this score by John Powell, famous for his wonderful score from How to Train Your Dragon, absolutely provides constant momentum to the hills and valleys of this adventure. The voice work is also a strength in Migration, from the passive-sounding Kumail Nanjiani as Mac to the confident tone of Elizabeth Banks as Pam, who at this point should just be in every animation. The two kids are fantastic, and they're played by complete unknowns. There are also multiple fun cameos, but my favorite has to be Danny DeVito as the lovingly inappropriate Uncle Dan.
We're not gonna make it, are we?
Uncle Dan!
Migration's beautiful animation, clever humor, and excellent performances are strengthened even more by the lead character's family dynamic. The parents simply want to protect their kids, and the kids just want to metaphorically and literally spread their wings. It takes this adventure for them to realize how to work together and discover what is best for their family. I love when stories make all the characters likable. It reminds me of shows like Phineas and Ferb or even Bluey, but in a cinematic worthy presentation. In a year already filled with excellent animated features, Migration is one more wonderful addition just in time for the Christmas holiday. Yes, it's for kids, but somehow they have delivered a completely clean movie that is enjoyable for adults. And even my extremely particular teenage son, who is very astute with films, he ranked Migration as his second favorite animation of the year, just behind Spider-Verse, which is a borderline Christmas miracle.